Actually, I don't need to read pickup messages out anymore. Perfect. Yes, we almost, in fact, called this art experience. Or actually, we didn't almost, but we considered it. It just wouldn't have been intuitive enough. Well, hello there, Lupo. Indeed. You remember? Right, you were there. I didn't even remember you were there. Okay, Inkwater Marsh. Shops don't like to something. There are 4 total ore in Inkwater Marsh. Shops don't like to sell custom text. Well, they don't? Oh, I can probably imagine what you mean. Yeah, I didn't try. Well, down slashing is hard sometimes. Really is. I have no idea what that Uber step might be. I guess it exists. Well, I'm good at missing pogos. Not a completely useless skill. I guess I'll go right first. There's more pickups to the right than to the left. But that door is open now. It'll be useful. I won! That was quick! What a short plan there. No, I just won 500 Spirit Light. What might the background of this be? Too many games, I don't know. I'm sure others will appreciate the references. Nope, still hard to downslash. What are you doing, enemy? Oh, you are sneaking, I see. Huh. There's the downslash. $50 credits. These are menacing spikes. The enemy is gone? Okay. Didn't feel like chasing me anymore. Okay. sure. Nope. That could not end well. Perfect! You know I won't turn down half energy cells. Now I just need some Gorlic ores. That would be perfect. With this power, Ori deals more damage. Was that... Your Plandos always have the property to make one wonder how you crafted them. $50, $100, $69, all kinds of things to find. I mean, you demonstrated the colors, but like, was that 2 pickups in 2 lines, or was that a full text pickup and you actually did hide the original pickup? I just don't know things yet. Two pickups in 2 lines, and then it does put them both in the message box. That's pretty neat. I guess sometimes that's pretty neat, other times it would be better to have them after each other. No unknown resource type 5. There's probably none of those in here, are there? Too early to say. You mean I could find an unknown resource type 6? That would be sick. I don't even know what that would be. Gorlic or G2? Yeah, I remember. Okay, so one of the 4 in Marsh is G2, and it's the D-jump right EX. Catalyst, good to have. Shard slot is not very useful to have, but whatever. Right, left side. Health. Quick health. Took a couple dozen hours more to find health in mine. Nothing there. Nothing there either. The cave does not hold pickups, apparently. Unfortunate. Except maybe this? Nope, nope, nope. Nothing to be found. I mean, I have a damage up already. That'll help here. Okay. Could have played all of that better, for sure. But that's fine. I'm not in a hurry after all. Thank you for knocking me right into the health. Perfect. Nope. 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 Something was wrong with that. That's just how it goes. You fixed the seed? You mean this should work? I guess there's... I don't know. Anything weird in Seer's logs. For now I'll just try to pick it up again on the off chance that I somehow loaded the old unfixed seed. And if that doesn't work... Oh. I have it? Go back 2 saves. Yep, because this is the same one. Yep, apparently I loaded the unfixed seed garlic or G1. That's the fight arena shard. Easy fix. And I can't teleport here. The older one didn't have colored text. I guess that's correct. Well, no idea then. It worked now. Everything a little more expensive. There was no cutscene. I don't think minus 29,400 is very expensive. I have a suspicion it's not what should show up here either. Yeah, I think the shop broke, maybe? This doesn't look right. No, but it's an unknown resource type 5. So I'm just gonna ignore that for now. If you want, you can see if you get the same result on your side, or if there's anything I could try to fix it. Because that sure is strange. Or who knows? Maybe after I come back there, after a couple of reloads, it'll just work again. Today is May 11th. That is only 2 months after game release, isn't it? Not bad. It's also today. Also correct, I guess. Well, this is the first monster I killed. Classic me. And I didn't even kill it myself. No, wait, there's no way that's the first monster I killed. That's just wrong. But then why did I get Monster Hunter now? I don't know why, but it doesn't seem to work properly. Half health cell. Maybe? Don't think there's spikes nearby that I could try to lure these speeders into to test. These are the worst kinds of speeders. These are the ones that for some reason sometimes just don't attack. These usually attack you pretty quick. Garlic or G5? Why G5 if there's only 4 ore in here? G5. Ufer Shrine. That was some interesting momentum. Oh, again. I guess that makes sense since the up slash kills vertical momentum, but preserves glides. So, let me try a reload and see if it changes anything about the shop. It does not. Alright, let me see what those were supposed to be. Resilience for 4. That's a cheap resilience. I'm afraid I'm not able to remove 4 XP through debug. But I could easily farm 4 XP, so I think I'm supposed to have resilience now. Regen for 600, energy for 900. I'll do without the others for now. Maybe this will fix itself at some point. But I think having resilience would be pretty nice. I thought this was free? Oh, there it is. No idea. As I said, maybe it'll fix her. It doesn't seem we caught a very stable version of the randomizer here. That's unfortunate. Do I have to down patch? How would I down patch rando? Oh, I could download an old release from Ico. I could do that. The actual game? No. This is the only patch that the randomizer works on currently. There is no other patch that it would function with. Oh, this is too recent. I mean, the new thing are the pickup messages, so I suspect that something about the pickup messages likes to crash sometimes. But what do I know? Half energy. I do not have enough shards for those shard slots, but I'm getting them. Energy harvest. I don't think your Plando's seed file is faulty. I don't know, but I don't think that's it. Oh. I lost resilience. Whatever. It's because I loaded the backup save. I don't think anything funky is behind me losing resilience. Beware of Toad. Why would I beware of Toad? Toad is friendly. Well, these worked. All these unknown resource type 9s. You probably took the Hincho Uberstate for that one. For that one I do have a guess. Some others, no clue. But that one I could probably do similarly. The only Uber state that I know that triggers when you enter an area is showcasing the hint text because it, or rather the area text, because that only happens once. No dirty wood. Thanks for the reminder. Why did it respawn me there? Wow. I don't know. In fact, because it counts as a pickup. Okay then. Someone's gonna find a secrets break with that. I bet. Well, probably not, since there's nothing to be found in the dirty water. It did not explode. This game is so weird and inconsistent. Oh, I know why I don't get up there. I don't have limited frame rate currently, because I don't use NVIDIA to limit it anymore. I guess I should play with the VSync. That limits the frame rate as well. Although it feels a bit weird. But I should not play with higher frame rate. Yeah, now that's easy. Yep, I guess that'll just trigger every time. Beautiful. How did you find something that repeatedly triggers? Well, I know something I'll look after once I'm done with this stream. Actually, I don't need the Skidoo. Skidoos are dumb. Nope. Skidoos are useful. Jump! What? What? That was a lot of weirdness. Yep, I did that quicker than I will collect this experience, because sneeze slugs refuse to move in any quick fashion. Wow! It crashed on the Monster Hunter message. Alright, I'll see if I can downpatch the randomizer. And if the seed will work with that, I guess it'll just display the thing that would otherwise do colored text. Okay. So, how do I find an older rando release? I guess I could find it on the GitHub page. It's, well, I mean, I don't have to. I can keep suffering the crashes. I don't know how severely secrets will get revealed. I don't know. I'm downloading the older patch, and if it gets too bad, I can use that. I'm not sure what that means, but it'll mean something. Seed Plander loaded. Again. Oh, yeah, no. Now I can actually load the most recent one. Try again. Yeah, I initiated download of the downpatched version. Didn't launch it yet. Nothing there. I don't think it's specific to the text boxes though, like this one is a good case of example because that exact text box played many times without crashing. It just seems pretty random. I wonder if I should, maybe I should count the message boxes, like they were pretty evenly spaced, maybe it's something like every nth message box, which would be strange, but you know. Achievement unlocked, Monster Hunter. How many of those achievements will I get? Too many. Actually, I might want to activate the trial first. Okay, ores to find. You can keep out. Okay. Only one. That is very little. Quolox, hollow, one ore. Oh, this one. This one's fun. Not close. If I would ever understand this one. But I have no clue. Okay, nothing there. Smash! Yep. The music still plays even though the enemy is gone. How would I ever remove the music now? Deflector. Good. good to have. And a slot to put it in. I might have a faint memory of that, yes, even though it's a while ago. Although, if you still have the version I gave you, that one actually didn't have deflector, to be fair. Deflector came later. Alright, just have to beat a Death Ghost. Can't be that hard, right? Damn, this Death Ghost is fast though. How does he do it? Okay, no shame. No shame. Didn't lose against the Death Ghost. What? Oh, I got no Spirit Light. Yeah, that wasn't a recent patch. Is it considered for you, Plando, that you don't get Spirit Light? Or should I have gotten Spirit Light? Doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter if I have to pay, what, 60,000 Spirit Light for regenerate? But okay. For now, we'll say it doesn't matter. Well, this Squonky does not know how to find the ground. How am I gonna pogo off that? What? Not at all. Of course not. Where's your hitbox at? Oh, there it is. Nope. Alright, you can squash me if you want. Squash me. Still sideways? How can I fix you? That's not helpful. I feel like your head is in the ground, but it doesn't seem to hurt you, so I guess it's fine. What is your hitbox? Stop this. Oh, this game. This game has its own level of jank. Okay. Nothing here. Probably nothing on any of these. Another monster has been hunted. Ah, these random autosaves, that is absolutely broken. You should not leave that in for the final version. Like, this is autosave anywhere. Don't do it. is gonna be like an hour of just sword. This is why we have to remove sword spawn. On any Plandomizer that can be created, the first hour will be the exact same. Well, on any one that doesn't immediately give an ability, that is. Okay. I won again! And my love increased. That's unfitting. I just killed a beetle. Does Undertale increase your love if you kill things? I know I should know that, but I don't. Well... love? Yeah, damage less. Good wotted KO path. Just voice on voice, okay. Could you land on the thing? Could you land on the thing? Thank you. It does give you health. But I don't have resilience. Oh, I do have a crash. I don't know, I don't think they're too frequent for me to bear. A relaunch doesn't take that long. I'll play it on the intended version. $25. Okay. Let's see when the next crash comes. Doing some bug hunting, glitch exploration, while playing difficult Plandos seems fine. This will be too slow. Well, one more try. Getting backflips off of walls. What a game. That worked, okay. Fair. Oh, come on. Stop the backflips. Thank you. Okay. One. I probably will lose track. Wait, could you do this without or only with shuriken? Probably without, right? Probably without. What's a good approach there? Not bad. I have a concept. No idea if it's a good concept. That one almost has a not ridiculous name. Maybe these are improving after all. Just Twitch things. Nope, don't up slash. That is a bot. I don't know. I don't know if the person making these bots actually thinks they're very useful or if it's more a humorous thing. To me at least it's more a humorous thing. Well, done it before, can't do it again. Perfect. Oh, that's easy if you do it like that. Good to know. Nothing here. I have deflector. There is no good order for these. Can't get out of the bash tree. Can't get out from the shard. Well, so it is. Ultra bash. I don't have bash. But I have ultra bash. Sounds useful, right? I mean, no, that's not worth it. Should I check that health cell? Sometime, maybe. That looks long. Not eager to try that. Nope. Hello? Such chaos. I do have a lot of health. I wonder if there's a good approach using the spikes here. Whoopsie! But how would I line that up? Like that, maybe. Faster. Faster? Maybe I can't be fast enough for this to be worth. Oh wait, I just realized something. When I get to Opha won't even be there anymore. Guess I missed my chance. I have a different idea for this. Is that not a wall? Well... Okay, that works, but now I can't do the final sequence. Well, just do it again. I'll debug back to here. Good timing, but that wasn't 25, right? There's no way. I did not pick up a lot of things until now. Well, there goes that idea then. Oh, I always forget. Nothing that would visibly have kept popping up? No. Half health cell. Right. There's simple pickups. I forget sometimes. You are getting chills. Energy. So... pickups are starting to reduce. Nothing! But that's such a good location. Over is gone, correct? I wouldn't know why it would still be here. That would be strange. Yes. Okay, no resilience. I mean, it'll likely be something that I do not yet know, because, like, that would be interesting. And you probably made it interesting. But for now, I can't clean up what I know. I can also go without there. See how dummy-proof your Plando is. Someday I'll find See ya. Okay. Poor Squonky. Well, that thing aside, there's also one here. Map, okay. Then, I think these Skeetos are very passive if you leave their territory. If I remember correctly. Yes, I do remember correctly. Okay, so those are enemies around here. Which pickups down here could be relevant at all? This and this. So if I check for enemies there, I can think about the context. Projectiles offsetting your sword momentum is like projectiles cancelling your charge dash in Blind Forest. It feels so bad. Also slimes. Slimes? I don't know, I don't like to consider slimes. Sure, you can get slimes around, but like... not far. They are a bit more interesting in that you can attach them to surfaces where they don't immediately harm much better. But yes, they are still slimes. I don't think... I think the trio for these enemies is bash, so that's nothing I would think about. Also, what shards do I have? I have Ultra Bash, sure. Maybe there's some mysterious thing with Ultra Bash, I doubt it. Enemies drop energy. Replenish energy. No use for energy. I'm not aware of enemies here that would be movable. There is a jumper down there. And sneeze slugs. Guess those aren't completely out of the thought. Ultra Bash gets rid of deflector bugs. Okay. Let me just put that on spawn into my thunder. And an enemy just killed itself in the brambles. Unfortunate. What? Why would you tease me and then say it's a joke? I mean, that's easy to test right now. Just have to go to a spider. So these spikes I imagine would be an issue, and the next spikes as well. If I wanted to think about that jumper. Why do I get more health drops from plants, I wonder? I noticed it depends on something that you do quite a while ago, I just don't know what. Maybe your max health or... no idea. Actually, max health is not... it sounds kind of plausible. A wisp thing? I don't think so. I mean, wisps increase health, so if it would be max health, then kind of yes. I don't think the wisp alone did it. But I'm not sure. How would I know? Never paid close attention. Okay. Actually, this is a pretty bad spider to try this. Oh, it'll work. Nope. Not that easy. Okay. What was I thinking the last time I thought something? Was thinking about enemies. This is a dirty swim. Yeah, like for these elements, enemies would be relevant if there were enemies to be found that could go there. Okay, what is the list of considerable pickups? This. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. 1, 2. Can I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over here. Unless I count this, then 6. Getting up there would be tied to that one. This. Okay, that's not a lot. That's not a lot. I can explore those. Also, I would assume that you did not use the teleporter bug, but no reason not to check. This waystone has interesting interactions with teleporting Ori. Nice change of music. Beautiful place this is. What was the play here? I don't remember. I thought you could just jump to that wall. Ah, you can. Goligor. G4. Well, okay. This is the East TP ore. You can't use the teleporter bug for progression in the final version because it will be fixed. I think it's already fixed in the beta, just for your information, without me even knowing if that is relevant progression. What was I at? I think I could look at this energy cell. I have a lot of health. No resilience, unfortunately, but a lot of health. Nice boosts you have there, game. I mean, yes, I guess you can do that as well. Although then it's less cryptic, easier to see through. Which, I don't know, is probably a good thing, even. Okay, there's a health plant there, perfect. I was just thinking about how I would refill. If I did not pick up this, if I had not picked this up yet, I would have easy resets. Well. Does any part of that look impossible? Yes. But it's not the damage boost. The damage boost looks possible. What are these colliders? Okay, interesting colliders indeed. So, if I had 2 up slashes, I would have a concept, but I only have 1 up slash. I don't see a way to refresh. I don't think I have a concept for 1 up slash. Nope. Okay, I could do... Up slash out of slash combo usually never works. Is a problem. But I haven't gotten close enough to see. Yeah, it also doesn't line up. It would be possible to do the sword swings with more hover momentum. Twitch Plays Pokemon is not playing Pokemon, then what is Twitch Plays Pokemon playing? Okay, I got more hover momentum, but slashing the thing screwed me. Tomodachi Life? Well, that says exactly nothing to me, unfortunately. I'm just gonna say no, because this has no all over it. Is there any other concept that could help? Yes. Finding a micro ledge on the back of that wall would be a helpful concept. There's a really easy way to check that in this game. There is no micro ledge on that wall. Okay. Yeah, it's as soon as I slash the log that I lose my hover momentum. And if I wouldn't slash it, I'd be too far down. Okay. Energy cell. Ruled out for now. This is just a stupid pickup. I want none of it. Okay. Ruled out for now. Easy. What about this? Or like this general area? I don't know. Wouldn't see what to do there. Don't think it's worth looking at the shards. Deflector is the only one that seems non-convenience right now. But maybe I'm wrong. It's just like, since I don't need energy, how would an energy-reliant related shard do anything? There are no enemies here. I think for these enemies bash as well as the trigger. And this wall needs more height. Which doesn't mean it's unreachable. Just like, there's nothing you could do after. So what's the point? Yes, I do remember this wall being unforgiving, but it always surprises me again and again, just how absurd it is. Like, apparently that whole lower geometry is arbitrarily counted as ceiling and not as wall. Just, why? Wasn't there something... Wasn't there something with poles and deaths and checkpoints? I don't know what that tech was, but it exists. I know that it exists. Did you swing into your death? Or I think I figured it out. That's so good. That didn't get very far. Is that just how it works, or is that supposed to get further if you do it right? Okay, got me a little further. So there are differences. Nope. What are the differences? Can't get that close. Like, I would assume it's something like... I have no idea, actually. Oh, I could damage boost into the swing, then I can get closer and see if being closer to the spikes helps. Well, something was missing. I think it was the death. That way it doesn't preserve. Okay, I think that was a perfect one. I think, unless I'm missing details. But, like, that and there? No, that would need much more momentum. Much more. I have 6 health. There's so many things you could do with 6 health is the problem that you probably don't immediately think about. Like, what if you could reach this trial? That's absolute nonsense, you couldn't finish it, but... I don't know, it's an interesting question to me, for some reason. That was not right. That was way too high of a pogo. Or is the camera just more zoomed in than usually? Could you sneeze, please? Sneeze, please? Thank you. Sneeze again, please? Thank you. Pretty sure you can reach that trial. Only that the enemies disappear every time you die. Where's the next save point? Here. Where's the sneeze slug? There it is. Come here. Neat. Did I just do that with 3 health? Wow, I did not realize you could do that in so little damage. I guess I just never considered it. Now, I assume the Death Ghost is way too fast here. I can't see any way of beating the Death Ghost. What is that knockback? Good thing I have a sword. Technically 4? What do you mean? Whoa. Where did you even come from? You're not standing there. For health? Yeah, but 3 damage. What? He just appears, even though... Weird. Very weird. Okay, time to refill. I mean, I know what's happening there, it's just hilarious. Well, another enemy killed itself in the spikes. Okay, theory. From what I've seen, it's the time. If some time passes, then the next message box kills you. That's my theory. That is also your theory. Okay. Oh, quick request I could make, Cosmic. You could remove the thing that gives the message on enemies dying. That would probably halve my crashes. Well, that's a long way for the dev ghost to gain advantages on me. Also, the enemies aren't there. How would this even work? You already did. Fair question. I guess I could reload before I collect the pickup. Wait, I don't have a sword. This is all falling apart. I don't even have a sword. What was I thinking? I don't know. No idea what I was thinking. That goes too fast. I probably can't even get there. Okay. So much for that. I guess I could get some unknown resources 9. Maybe they will guide my way. The feathered customer. Which one should I pick? This one's a hard item. But this comes from a Moki. I trust the Mokis. Everything where Moki is in the text I'll take. Okay. Some unknown resources. What would I do with that energy cell? What would the concept look like? No health for me. Even death doesn't fix this? Wow. Mind drift. So there's no point in looking at this, correct? Why is there no point in looking at this? Because this mortar is stationary, and I can't use deflector to redirect projectiles and then pogo off them. I would need dash for that. Good moves. Oh, I forgot just how big this thing was. That's a hell of a ledge. A hell of a ledge. What about the other side? I think a pogo... Does a pogo kill your sword slash momentum possibilities? Well, first you have to not slash it away. A lot of pieces that don't fit together. That don't fit together at all. You have a weak range, my friend. I thought you could be more helpful. Yeah, but this doesn't help me. Unless I can stand somewhere, which I guess, considering how uneven this ground is, isn't impossible. No, I didn't get it back anywhere. Doesn't seem like it. What if I go from here instead? This looks weird, but the looks of it have nothing to do with the geometry. You could maybe get over here without an upslash. But then you again have the problem that being near collision seems to interfere with you attempting sword hovers. And also that you will always run into this autosave. Maybe. Really nicely placed autosave. There are a couple reasons why I don't think this works. You only get good sword hovers if you start them while having upwards momentum. If you start them while falling, they'll be bad. And I can only start them here while falling, unless I could, I don't know, lure a shot from the mortar while I'm there, which I guess isn't impossible, maybe? Haven't really tried. Well, not really. I can lure him while on the upper wall. And I guess I could skip attaching to this wall, maybe? That sounds like a weird concept. Okay, I can lure shards here, but they hit up there, that's not useful. Yeah, I'd need lower shards than that. I'd need much lower shards. Okay, so I can wait for him to trigger. Okay, I saw what was happening there. And there is probably a way to piece all those things together into the string working. Oh, I'm up here. I didn't hit the autosave. Oh. This is max level stupidity on a trig. Well, it lacks the RNG. It could also have RNG and then it would be even worse. But other than that, it's up there. I haven't even made this jump over to the wall without upslash though. So maybe that's the piece that doesn't work as I think it does. Then again, I also considered skipping that wall. How would I ever want to time that? And would it help? Like, I can get the shot higher up than I could from the left, but maybe there would be an easier way to set that up, like just using this. Something like that. Would probably have the same result, with less extra steps. Yeah, I can see that. How would the angle and my movement both work? So far they seem to be mutually exclusive. Oh, that wasn't so bad. That absolutely looked like it would hit the wall to me. How high do I pogo? Not a lot. Earlier, I think. Or maybe just line it up better like that, and then if I get the shot somewhere here or something. Mysterious. Oh, that's what I feared to happen, that after the pogo my ability to sword hover wouldn't refresh. Because that was the concept. Okay, concept doesn't work. New concept required. I guess the thing where I set it up with more extra steps going on that wall would still work. Well. No, it will be the same, because I still use sword harvest to stall before pogoing. Okay, so actually what I need to do is line a pogo up without stalling in the air? Is that... does that make any sense? I don't think it does. I guess I could do the up slash, but then I used my up slash. Well, right now, obviously, I have no idea what to make of that. Oop. Yeah. Could I have made that without the sword hover? Probably not, right? Oop. Bah. Well, that's another reason why up slash isn't a good idea. I don't know. Maybe I could just get there after the pogo. It's not impossible. That was a very wrong lineup. Apparently I forgot how I did this once. Like that. How long? That's easy to check actually. At the beginning of my stream I still got pickups quite frequently. So it should be manageable to determine it from back then, but just from feeling? I don't know, somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes maybe? What is that? That makes no sense. Oh, there's a collision there. I guess I can see that. I just didn't expect that to be actual collision. Oh right, the game will just crash when I collect this pickup. And that's something to look forward to. I mean, I could also just reload and it would probably fix. I mean, restart, probably not reload, but restart. But I don't think I'm getting this in 10 minutes from now. Doesn't look like it. Text boxes do overlap. But... okay. How would that relate to time? Okay, you're getting me curious. I guess that makes sense. I have no idea how this shot ever got into the place where I need it. Oh, I guess you just mean code so that pickup boxes don't overlap, because they do overlap with other boxes and it's weird sometimes. Hints aren't exactly integrated far into the base game, so that makes sense. Well, okay, so this looks possible. This is part 1. Then what is part 2? Alt L, Alt T. Okay, I know Alt L. I don't like your workaround, Sam. I don't like it. Once in a while. Okay, I got what you mean. Okay. We'll try. I read, I do, Sam. What did you think? Okay. Why did the mortar shoot so far? Did it always shoot that far? Also, yeah, no. Don't think the second part works. How would it? I mean, sure, I have less height than I would have if I got it from up there. But my height is strictly limited by the colliders. That is great to hear, Sam. I'm glad I can provide a place for you to shitpost. weird animation, but I don't think it's the animation that I would be looking for. It also probably wouldn't help. Pull her up. So, definitely not from down here. I could maybe probably get a higher pogo. Or maybe that already is the high one actually. But not enough. This would work a lot better without deflector. Could I find a cue for when to jump? Okay. I think 2 sword slashes are better. The timing wasn't all that wrong. I don't think 0 sword hivers are an option. Would be the easiest to line up, but I don't see it. No point to pull back. Is there a way to cancel a grenade without throwing it? I would imagine there are many ways to do that. I don't have a grenade on me right now to determine the list. Okay. Problem. If I sword slash in the range of that projectile, it kills my speed. Maybe 1 sword hover. Still, same thing. Long fall. That just doesn't line up. I don't think so. Okay, Actually, no, it would be wrong to say it was too much height. It was too early height. I would want to hit it more to the right. Not sure how I would do that, but I do want to jump off the right side of the projectile. There's probably no advantage if I start at the wall instead of at the ground. You think you do? Well, I'm sure a lot of rando players will rehype with you then. Okay, can I afford the backslash after upslash? I have to try it more to tell, I'm not sure. That was such a beautiful lineup. I want to reproduce that. Oh, I understand. I was trying to avoid what happens if I strike at a projectile. I should have used it instead all the time. Okay, we'll start to use it. Well, now I can't remember the timing apparently. Trying to go early and earlier. Okay, so it might work, but it might not work if I use the backslash to stabilize. Also, I could use that wall to refresh my pogo, but I probably can't jump off. So not sure how I would stall the necessary time. Yeah. Okay, no, that's not a concept. Don't think so. I do the up slash during rightwards momentum. I think that is one core issue, because that can never attach to the wall. And the left slash should help with that, but I think it loses a bit of fight. I still think it's the best approach, but just as well it might turn out impossible. The interesting thing is that the up slash doesn't seem to interrupt the ceiling slide. Just... this game just has something, it wakes these thoughts. What if he would somehow up slash along the ceiling and land on the other side? But I see no way of controlling that. If anything, that happens randomly at some point. Was that perfect? Was that optimal? Or was there any way to do it better? Maybe I do have to find a way that doesn't slow down at the wall at all. Like, there I hit the wall. I thought that could still work, but I think I got the perfect attempt that did hit the wall, or that would be possible when hitting the wall. Now I have to experiment more with just doing it in one motion. Sure, the risks of you missing something are low, in fact. Yeah, like, that's a very good sequence if you do get slowed down on the wall. I don't know, maybe a sequence that doesn't contact the wall at all works better. The conundrum is as following, I think. If I want to not get slowed down at any part, I have to pogo later. If I pogo later, the projectile is further down. So maybe the important question behind this trick is solely when to pogo. I didn't really pay attention to that. It would be hard to control. Yeah, that's what I imagined when I said sliding along the ceiling with an up slash. I thought maybe it would pull you up and you can wall jump. Doesn't look like it. Okay, I think that was a very good sequence without slowing at the wall. So now I just don't know anymore. I mean, I could try until I get a random ceiling jump, but I don't think there's much value to that, because finding a trick with a random ceiling jump that can't be reproduced isn't really useful. Something awry, Cosmic? Sure is. Barely impossible? Barely impossible. Barely impossible, like, sounds like it could theoretically be possible. But you say it has a concrete reason. I mean... I am curious, of course, because, like, it's interesting to look for tricks. It's more interesting if I know that it's possible to find progression, and I won't just be searching for sword-only tricks the rest of my playthrough. A wooden ledge. Well, not that I would know. I mean, it immediately makes me think of a certain location. I don't know if the correct one. Enemies sometimes randomly go through floors, but almost never, and I don't think it's controllable. If you want, you can tell me if it's at a combat shrine. It is indeed at a combat shrine. I figured. Well, now I'm a bit lacking the motivation to try this trick further because it doesn't... I don't know, it's a weird trick because it looks possible. But I'm genuinely starting to believe it's not. I guess I could turn this into a DLL test stream, but I probably shouldn't. I mean, that's what I signed up for, Cosmic. You asked, and I said yes. I want the 4 theoretical tricks, and I want the pre-release. Okay. So, question. Does it make sense to just break the floor, do the combat shrine, and then proceed? Or does it, like, will you fix the progression in such a way that it won't influence future things? Or does it make more sense to wait until the progression is at another location? I can go on. Okay, I will. I mean, I'm sure others had the same thought process because the enemy isn't that far. Like, I assume it's about this jumper and the barrier. Which wouldn't even be a far lure if we someday find a way to make enemies disrespect semi-solids. It's a wobbly object, so it can probably do weird things. I don't know. Press tab to view the map. Well, At least the jumper doesn't immediately disappear once I go away. Hello, friend. Will that jumper just stay there? I never really tested with enemies far away. What does it take for an enemy to reset position? What is that mushroom? That mushroom makes 0 sense. Okay. Nope. Did it the wrong way around. Semi-stall, it's still there. Jump or not. Yeah, and I don't think there's currently other enemies here. There's enemies that spawn if you have some ability. But not right now. Okay. Short cheat. Literally cheating. What are you auto-aiming at, game? And there goes. Apologies accepted. Nothing bad happened. Unfortunately, nothing good happened either. Could have been that I'd find a new trick or something. But I don't know. Sword only is quite limited when it comes to verticality. Well, bit of shame. Shuriken is... I don't know. I guess launch and sword is better than Shuriken and sword, but there's not much else. Shuriken and sword is pretty good. At least after you played my Plando. Before it probably seems kind of useless. So Xem was probably referring to that. And we're out of the introduction. Okay, what should I do with my unlimited power. Time to roll these dice. What do you want to roll dice for? There's a lot of funny things I could try. I should probably try simple things first. Like? What are simple things? The energy cell is a simple thing. Okay, thanks for clearing up the reference. I don't know how this became a thing. People talk about references to me all the time because I don't know them, or... I remember, energy is a thing. Half energy. Well, there's more to find, to be sure. Oh man. What a funny ability. No thing. Rebuilding the glades. Well, I have some ore. Reflector can be pretty useful. I know. I do in fact know. Not quite as useful as grenade though. Especially because you could use grenade as a replacement for deflector. Well, if you could. Does in fact cost energy. Woo! Almost! I thought I got it. Thought I got it. Well, anyway, that cutscene's out of the way. Hello, Ofer. Do you have anything new to offer? Or maybe you have normal prices now? Nope. Unknown resource type 5. Yes, I'm just going away from Ofer, but... Hello, Grom. I cannot clear the thorns. Hi, Schnack. I remember it from Lupo. I don't even know how he says it, but I remember it from Lupo. Should have listened closer to Grum. Unknown resource type 9. The texts are all different though. Which I figured would probably be the case. But I still never actually checked. Hmm. Oh! There is such a thing as wall grenade jumps. Go figure. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, what's to do here? A lot of things. Sometimes these bridges suck you in if you get close. Doesn't seem to apply to this one though. Nah. Well, those two don't help me if there's no enemies there. What else could I try to stack with grenade? Jump and wall jump, sure. Well, there's your way to cancel grenade, Sam. Just jump. Ah, but the wall one is lower, probably. Not really, looks about equal. In the air? No, I doubt it. Oh, it does. Never mind. It does. Just jump in the air. Well, okay. Yeah, I didn't think this very far. It didn't crash. I thought it's been a while since I collected something. Well, nice wall you have there, game. Nope. won't get far without energy. Okay. Just as I ask for energy. No! Projectile! I wanted your help. Hmm. That's kind of weird. Not sure how to use these quite yet. It's not nothing. What about trying to get up there? Kinda high up. Well, kinda reachable, isn't it? Okay, what is that? 3 strikes? Three strikes. Is there a pogo grenade? That would surprise me. Pogo locks out almost anything you can do. I mean, I don't know. That question actually wasn't aimed to you, Cosmic. I asked the game. I'll figure it out. Apparently, my intuition is way too early. Well, it does look like what I would have thought. Since Pogo locks your abilities, you cannot immediately after use grenade. Where could I try this better? Nowhere around here. I tried with the slime though. That's a valid thought. You probably can. Oh. Oh. Ah, okay. Yes, you can, but it has a problem. You have to do them manually. Because if you use a bind, that bind keeps holding down jump. Interesting. I might actually want to get good at manual grenade jumps then. How do I do this with my fingers? Pressing two things at once gets surprisingly hard if you also have to be good at pressing them one frame after each other, and also at pressing them 2 frames after each other, and also at pressing them 3 frames after each other. After learning the muscle memory for all these things, I am in fact struggling with doing things at the same time. 4? Was that mid-air sentry jumps? I don't know, there's so much. I don't think I see whatever a pogo grenade would be. For the simple reason that by the time that you can use a grenade, it's useless. Okay, anyway. Something I wanted to try. This maybe? I'm not sure that would work, Sam. Why does this work? Because you fall slowly with grenade. Oh no. Doesn't help though. The additional height? I mean, that kinda makes sense. The same jump will get you higher with less gravity. That's not even unrealistic, I think. Oops. That happened. Good freeze frame though. You have your new DLLs? Well... could I have them too? We'll try, we'll use. Wow, I am having trouble downloading things while streaming. I don't even think those should be that related, but I guess they are. Failed network error. Alright, simple solution. I'll stop the stream, install theirs, and then restart the stream. Until then.